Hi guys, thank you so much for clicking on my video today. If this is the first video of mine you've watched, thank you for stopping by. And if you've watched any of my previous videos, thank you for coming back. It really means a lot. So, in today's video, I will be budgeting for the 5th week of March going into the 1st week of April because I get paid every Monday and the end of the month is halfway through the week. So yes, so it is a March budget, but some of the money will be for the start of April. So let's go over my budget. The pay date was today, the 28th of March, and I got paid £145.47. I'm going to be putting £10 into my petrol cash envelope, £10 into my spending, £5 into eating out, £5 into clothes, £5 into beauty, and £5 into miscellaneous. And then I'm going to be putting £10 into my books envelope, and that is a total of £50. Moving on now to my sinking funds. I'm going to be putting £10 into next year no pay, £10 into next year birthdays, and then £10 into next year Christmas. I'm also going to be putting £10 into car maintenance and £10 into new car. I'm going to be putting £30 into holiday to make it up to £100 for the end of the month for some changes I'm doing to some of my sinking funds. And then I'm going to be putting £10 into planners, and that should be £90. So 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, £90. The £90 from my sinking funds and the £50 from my cash envelopes makes £140. I got paid £145.47, which means I have a buffer of £5.47 in my account. So let's move on to stuffing my cash envelopes. Starting with miscellaneous. Actually, you know what I will do, which I haven't done for a while, is count my cash. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120 in £10 notes. And then 5, 10, 15, 20 in £5 notes. And they are a little bit battered, but that's fine. So miscellaneous is getting £5. Beauty has £15 and it's getting a 5, so it now has £20. So let's fold this tidy. That's not really tidy, but that's fine. Clothes has £30. It's getting a 5, so it has 35. So I'm contemplating putting a little bit more into clothes every week and not putting so much into beauty for a few weeks. That is because I need some new shoes and there's some clothes I want to buy, but we will see. Eating out has £10 and it's getting my last 5, so it now has 15. And if you saw my check-in for last week, I did spend quite a bit of eating out from my digital spending money, which is fine. So I do have some money there. Spending, I've not really been spending my cash spending. So it has 20, it's getting a 10, so it now has £30. Because there's not really been anything that I've needed. Cash wise, I've not really been out shopping, so I think what I'm going to do from my spending envelope as well as my books cash envelope, I might treat myself to a stack of books. But we'll see. So my books envelope has 30, it's getting a 10, so it now has £40. So I am letting my books envelope build up a little bit so I can go and treat myself to some books. I do read a lot. I love books. I love reading. And I will always find books that I want. So that is that. And then finally, my petrol envelope has £30 and it's getting a 10. So it now has £40. And I know fuel prices, petrol, diesel are going up and have been going up. Where I live, they seem to have leveled out. And I know I used to put £20 a week in my petrol and it's gone down to 10. But I do not use my car that much. So I don't need to fuel up that often. So £10 a week does seem to be working out quite well. I can always change it down the line if I need to. Moving on now to my sinking funds. I'm going to put my cash on there. Move this to the side. So we have, so we have a bit more room. We're going to start off with my next year funds. So next year no pay is the first one. That is getting £10. So it now has 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, £110. So my goal for next year no pay, I believe, is £500. But I do have my this year funds and it has £500 in here for this year. And I haven't had to use any of it yet because what that is for is my cash envelope money for the weeks where I don't do my weekly income job, because that job, I use that money for my sinking funds and my cash envelopes. So I only work the weeks where there are school. So the weeks where there are no school, I don't work, so therefore I don't get paid. If I don't use all of that amount, I can obviously tweak this, but we will see. I'd rather have too much than too little. Moving on, Easter next year is fully funded. Next year birthdays has the same amount as next year no pay, so there is 110 here. Next year Halloween is fully funded. Next year Christmas again has the same amount, so it now has £110. Next year annual bills, next year gifts, and next year New Year's and not getting stuffed. So my next year funds is sorted and I'll be filling in my trackers after the video. So my long-term sinking funds. So retirement, emergency, future home, and car maintenance. Car maintenance is getting £10. So it has 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 and 80, which is really good because my service and MOT is coming up. New car is getting £10, so it now has £30. I don't see myself needing a new car for a very long time, but it's never too early to start saving for one. They're my two digital savings. Moving on now to my short-term sinking funds. So planners is getting £10, so it now has £30. So that is for me to buy a new budget planner for next year, or a personal planner where I keep track of like my work, my meetings and everything, or anything that goes with my planners really, I can pull from there. And then holiday has £70 and we're adding the last £30. So that should be £100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, which is really good. So the reason I wanted to boost up my holiday was because I am getting rid of I'm not getting rid of the physical envelope because I might use it in the future, but I'm getting rid of the category as holiday. I think I will still, if I do stuff, I will still count it as holiday. But because I've got my holiday savings here, I'm actually going to start using that money to stuff some of these envelopes. So I do have my Crete envelope here, and I'm going to Crete August this year. Disneyland. A lot of this money is in my digital holiday savings. So I think I've got about £100 I need to save ready for this. For that next January, I was supposed to go January Bean, but with COVID I couldn't go. I really want to visit Disney World Florida again. I went, a good few years ago now, and it's going to be a couple of £1,000, so I'd like to start saving for that. Me and my friend would love to go and visit the tulip fields in Amsterdam. Me and my friend again want to do some Harry Potter road trips around the UK to visit some of the filming locations. I'd love to visit Athens, and I also want to do a really nice weekend in London and visit some of the museums. So that's what that last envelope is. So from that £100, I am going to be pulling that at the end of this month when I do my sinking funds end of month wrap up, and then I will divide that £100 then between some of my holiday envelopes. So I'm just going to move these to the side, and then I'm going to flick to my weekly check-in page, and I need to fill out my opening balances because I have not done that. So £30 in petrol, 20 in spending, £10 in eating out, 30 in clothes, 15 in beauty, and nothing in miscellaneous. So I added £10 to my petrol, £10 to my spending, £5 to eating out, £5 to clothes, £5 to beauty, and then £5 to miscellaneous, and then plus £10 for books. It's a little bit messy like that just because I added the books category partway through the month. But if I give you a sneak peek of April, which I've just filled out, I've added my books to my cash envelope lists, as well as to my weekly check-in lists, as well as my hair and nails cash envelope and my digital spending cash envelope as well, which is really good. So that is my budget for the last week of March going into the first week of April. I hope you did enjoy. If you did enjoy, please consider hitting that like button below. I'd really appreciate it. And if you want to keep up to date with my budgeting journey, please consider hitting that subscribe button as well. It would really mean a lot. I hope you all have a lovely day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.